Oh, for crying out loud. I literally said that Arc set a new bar for my favorite real-time transformation sequence last week, and then they hit us with Arc embracing his found family before he leaves? Come on, that's not fair. That said, I feel like they could have built up Yuma leaving Earth better, or like at all. I'm not saying it doesn't make sense for the character, because it does. This final episode makes sure that you're aware that he's someone who continuously moves forward, so Yuma's not likely to be chained to Earth when the vastness of the universe is out there, but like a tiny primer for this plot point would have been nice. Though Yuma leaving Earth wasn't wholly surprising, we've known for a few weeks now that Ultraman Arc's upcoming movie apparently takes place mid-series rather than post-series, so there was a soft expectation that the series ending was such that they wouldn't want to undo it immediately. Earlier into the series run, I really thought that by the end of the show we would have hit a point where like Arc's literal flashes of inspiration weren't going to be enough. It just makes a lot of sense for the escalating threats of the narrative to reach a point where they can't really be handily countered by just a clever idea, but that turned out not to be the case. The show does justify it with its themes, though, and it's not even subtext. Rution outright tells Yuma that imagination can change reality because it can make the future. In hindsight, they were always going to follow through with that, down to the final villain, who turns out not to be Gilbaku. This one was an interesting blindside because there was no promotional material to suggest another boss kaiju, and secondly, the episode was set up so that Yuma would have had to contend with being trapped in another, more definitive dream sequence. So you'd think the episode would spend more time dealing with that before getting to Gilbaku, but no, Gilbaku gets blown up at the halfway mark, and the actual final boss is Swede, who has a titanic kaiju form of her own. I like the Dark Galactic Warrior a surprising amount for how little time it actually has in the show. They instantly sell how different Swede is as a monster from the physicality alone. She has very limber and humanoid movements, a sharp contrast to the more bestial kaiju that Arc's largely been facing. And obviously, there's that very Ultraman looking head. Swede and Rution might be of the same stock, but she is literally and figuratively hollow on the inside. Canonically, Arc's first battle was against D-Gelos. Not Monogelos, that one was against Rution specifically. That particular bout closes out with a beam trick shot, and his last battle against Swede ends the same way. What a fun little bookend to the Ultra stint on Earth.